My language is Marshallese and from the Marshall Islands.
Mi primer idioma es español y soy originaria de México.
Imine mucha hel imi bagaño te bagaño lo
Chico.
chico ni kobiyo.
I'd say the first language would be Gujarati and English. I was born and raised here in the U.S., but my parents are originally from India, and the state is Gujarat in India, and the language spoken there is Gujarati.
Bueno, mi primer lenguaje es el español, aunque estudiamos lo que es el inglés en la escuela, y vengo de Puerto Rico, que es mi ciudad natal.
One is in Clarksville Junior High. His name is Kendrick. The other one is Frederick, and he's in Krause Middle School.
Okay. And what grade are they in?
8 and 6.
Tengo dos hijos, el mayor se llama Pablo Gutiérrez, está cursando el grado segundo aquí en Pyron, y mi segundo hijo se llama Mateo Gutiérrez y solo tiene 2 años.
Mi pone muchine tichikito tichikoni potu tichinini chirito ludu kuito tichiluini pasene tichiluini nuito kodaba koni chito.
We have one son. He is 8 years old in 2nd grade here at Pyron, and I actually, although I was born and raised here, I went out of country. I went back to India and got married. My husband's born and raised there. He went to school there, and he even helped out at their schools there a little bit to grading papers, helping the teachers out. So he's originally from India, so he's been through the school system there, and I've been through the school system here in the U.S.
Okay, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. We can edit it out.
Right.
So, did you know your husband before you got married, or was this like an arranged marriage between parents?
It was semi-arranged, as in I always grew up knowing that I may go through arranged marriage. It was more common to go through arranged marriage versus finding someone on your own.
Right.
There wasn't many people in our community growing up that did find people on their own. Now they're encouraging, like, oh, find someone on your own. Well, by the time I was already in my late 20s when I had gone to a wedding in Central America, Panama, for one of my cousins, and my dad had told me, you know, there's a few guys here that are from our community that are single. Would you like to talk to them? And I told him, well, I'm only here 1 week. Mm-hmm. I will talk to one of them, whoever you think is a good fit that obviously we're not related to, and you know, like no big age difference, that kind of stuff. So then it was kind of, I felt like I was in a movie a little bit where we had a formal meeting. The person that was being the middleman, we met at his place. We were introduced to each other. And then we went on 3 little mini dates. And before I left Panama to come back to the U.S., he had already told me yes, that he wanted to marry me.
Wow.
I, on the other hand, was hesitant. So I told him I'd like to talk to him still. So I did speak to him still for about a month. And then the next time I did see him was for a wedding in India. We both went to India because it's easier for him to, if we went back to India to get married, because it would have taken longer to come from Panama to here, versus since he was born and raised in India, he's still considered an Indian citizen. So it was easier he was here 6 months later after the wedding.
Interesting.
So, but that was interesting because it was the first time my mom and my brothers had met him was
At the
wedding
wedding.
10 days before the wedding. Yeah,
Interesting.
and I met my in-laws and my sister-in-law for the first time too. Then, yeah. So it was interesting. And then I have my first brother. He's 7 years younger than me. He actually dated his wife. She's from our community though, another Bhakta. And they dated in college, and they actually fell in love and got married. So I have two different situations in our family, and then the youngest one, he's still single.
Mi hijo mayor estudia en la escuela elemental de Clarksville. Está cursando el 4º grado. Estudia con Mrs. Phillips y el nombre de él es Julian Antonio Soto Román. Mi segunda hija, su nombre es Lian Nicole, está en 1er grado en la escuela primaria de Clarksville y está con la maestra Mrs. White.
It's not as good as here in the States, but we get to learn English with all the teachers that come from the States. We have private school and we have public school as well.
El sistema de educación es muy parecido al que dan aquí. Pues lo veo bueno. El sistema educacional de allá es allá entran a las 8 de la mañana y salen a la 1, tienen solamente un recreo y ya regresan a casa y ya no vuelven a ir a la escuela hasta el siguiente día.
How old are you when you graduate then? So
¿Cuántos años tenías cuando te graduaste?
Tenía 19 años.
really, is that like? But that's like with a they have like a certificate or something too besides their graduation when they do that, right or not?
En México yo terminé hasta el grado del Cebeta, me gradué a los 17 años y medio, estuve haciendo un curso para sacar mi título, después de ahí fui a una escuela privada para estudiar computación, el curso fue de 2 años y también obtuve mi certificado y mi título de la escuela de computación. En la escuela de computación sí estuve pagando por colegiatura por cada mes, no recuerdo ahorita la cantidad, pero sí en esos 2 años estuve pagando para que me dieran las clases.
พิธีบุกตะกูบากูเตเลพิธีบุกนี่ตะกูตะเกลบาโอโซนากีนี่ตะญอนบัวบาตะกูบากูเตนี่ตะเลบวยบาตะกูบากูเตนี่นานาคลิลอ
Which
Lunacy.
လေပချီခါနေဩရာဖတ်တီတူလိုရာနေဘဘသိုးရာလေတဘလဘလဘာချီတဘလဘလလေတနီတပူတနာတပူဘာတူလေမနာတဲ့သို့ဘာတူလေမချတဲ့သို့တူတကလပါဘဘဖူတနာကေတဲ့တူအချူခလေပါဘွာကောကလေပါအိုချေလေတနောအိုချေခပ်လို့ဒါလေဖူလီတနနာတဲ့အိုဂျီအိုဘူးပိုတော်ကနေပိုလောကတဲ့ပုတ်ပုတော်ပူချူလောမှာတော်ဖလနေလူဖလေရဖလေတချီခီဖလေတဲ့ဖလေအိုကျရကျပရပုတော်လာနေတလေးပိုကြီးကလာရနေပိုဒီနေလားမိတော်လေးဘမသူလာချိုကနေပသူလာတာလောတော်နေတမ်လေဘောကနေမြကလနေထဘချိုပိုခလာမှာ
She said
In India, I think they start out maybe when they're around 3.5, 4 years old with the schooling. They get picked up in the villages, and they as far as they have school 6 days a week as opposed to or 5 days here in the U.S. And after school they have something called tuition, which is kind of like after school tutoring, but all the children go to that. And then just like here, when we have our certain holidays, they get their certain holidays off. But I believe their summers or their big summer break or between the grade levels is from end of April to early June, or no, end of May. Actually, I think they start back up in June for the next grade level.
Wow.
And then, but they celebrate just like here, like Christmas, what our Christmas is here. Over there, they have Diwali, which is considered Festival of Lights, and New Year's at the same time. That's usually they get like 2-3 days off, or 2-3 weeks off for that. So, and then they have different things where it's like a state or countrywide holiday, where even businesses shut down literally like that week. They're like shut. So if you need any work done, you have even the government offices or to even grocery stores. Well, not real grocery stores because it's more like fresh market type of stands there.
Okay, so you said, tell me a little bit about their buses and their lunches.
Okay, so all, in the mornings, all the moms will pack up their warm lunches. Basically, what they are planning to eat for lunch, they pack that up for the children, and it'll be like a big container system. They'll have their rice, their vegetable, it's like a soup type of thing that you usually put on top of the rice, and tortillas. So the moms will get up really early in the morning. A lot of them will go to the village dairy, pick up the milk, warm it up because they don't have obviously gallon milk there. It's all fresh, so they boil it and then they'll have it ready for the children to be able to drink it before they go for school. And then, but it's like a big old container with the tortillas, rice, vegetables, the soup thing, and then they take their little water thermos too, and what would be a normal van or a bus picking up children, normally two people per seat in a bus or in a van, what's the legal people that you would put in there. But there you just fill it to the max, as many people possible. So it's always interesting. Everything they have to pin, they all have uniforms there, starting out when they're little to high school. I think even some colleges even have uniforms there. So the uniform system's definitely, they're in it from the get-go. And then just like here, how they have physical, like PE, they have those kind of days too, but their all-time sport is cricket, versus baseball here, or football.
So would you say that most of the teachers are male, or are they not? Or
I think when I met a few of my husband's teachers, like that live near there, or that he introduced me to, they were more females, which was interesting. And then even like some of the like newer generation, like my generation, moms that were not stay-at-home moms, they actually worked. They were some more teachers, and just like here, how we have public schools, we have that there. They have it there too, but they also have private. Like basically, it's kind of, if the more money you donate, the more chances of your child being able to get an education there. So, and that's like they have hostels, is what they say, or I guess what would be a boarding school. Then it's very limited. I have a nephew that's in a boarding type of school, and even just to see his parents, like there's maybe only one day in the month he can go see them. Or if he needs something, he'll call them on that one day. He can call them.
wow.
And tell them what they need, what he needs, and then they'll meet him. Like it's almost like, I feel like you're in a jail. Like you meet them at the fence and get it from them, because you can't
Can't go.
You can't go inside the grounds, and they're they've learned to be disciplined so
Yeah.
much. I mean, but then there's extremes situations where like some of them will get out and that wasn't their life. They will party it up or whatnot later. I've had some nephews that were born and raised here in the U.S. that actually went to school for a year over there in India because they were in such bad schooling areas here. Like just too much violence in the school, or they were starting to lash out, so they just sent them there. And I mean, I felt so bad for my nephews. They were crying. They wanted to come home. They wanted their parents. They wanted home cooked meals. Like in a lot of those hostels, you eat what they have. You cannot it's not like down the street you can go get Taco Bell, or I mean they don't even have Taco Bell there, but like they have McDonald's there, but it's all they actually have vegetarian more options at McDonald's there, and chicken, but no beef. Because beef is, the cow is considered sacred in the Hindu religion.
Yeah.
But there's some, those people that have, like, they're either vegetarian or they will eat meat, or some will even eat beef if they can.
Okay.
These are some textbooks in Gujarati. So this is what a board book in our language, but it pretty much, I think it helps out children in India learning ABCs. So here, for example, it has the letters and then a picture of what the item is, and then the word itself, and then it says it in Gujarati also. So I think this helps them. I forgot to tell you during the schooling, a lot of the schools in India are they're English medium or full on English. And you may actually, what's interesting, you may notice that when you speak to someone from India, if they learn English there, you may get hints of British tone. And it's because Great Britain used to be there, so a lot of the English is British based there. You'll definitely see more of that influence in southern India, because a lot of southern Indians, the missionaries set up churches. There's a lot of historical churches that are built there. So that's where you see more of, you'll actually find more different religions there, like Catholic, Protestant. I definitely encountered more different religions in southern India versus, it's not just Hinduism or Muslim. You would be surprised the amount of different religions and languages that are there.
Show me this language, this letter system real quick before we have to go.
Okay. Oh yeah. So normally here we have the ABCs. So in India it's more on like sounds like ka, like CH would make the ka sound, or cha. So that's how the letters are made. This is just how they, in Gujarati you would do the ABCs. But this is how our alphabet is.
So, we have one letter, one sound, but there's like a sound may have several letters, is kind of what you're saying, right?
Yeah. Like, so for example, my name has 5 letters in it, Radha, R-A-D-H-A, but it may be only two letters.
Two symbols.
Two symbols that represent my name. So it's definitely interesting. I think I've always wanted to, unfortunately, because I was born and raised here, I never was able to learn how to speak or read and write it, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. And it's interesting, Yash, my son, is actually interested in it. When we have been to India a few times, he's picked it up, definitely picked up Gujarati more the last time we were there. But as far as he wants to learn how to write the numbers, he tries to do his math, and he'll read it in English, or he's looking at it in English, but he says it in Gujarati. So I think it's neat, because he actually, and it's difficult. I'm surprised that he actually wants to learn it. It's hard enough as you're going through the school system to learn the stuff you have to know for school, but then to take on a different language, that's even more.
All right. Well, I appreciate your coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. Number 3. Tell me about the educational system in your country. Las
Bueno.
clases o la escuela.
En la escuela de donde ellos estudian es una elemental, donde empieza desde kinder hasta sexto grado conjunto. O sea, que todos los grados no están separados en diferentes escuelas, están todos en el mismo grado, aunque hay diferentes escuelas con los mismos grados. También te puedo hablar que ellos tienen lo que es las clases de español, ciencia, estudios sociales, inglés y matemáticas. Esas son las diferentes clases que ellos le dan. Una maestra le da prácticamente todas las clases, solamente cambian para otro maestro solamente en educación física y lo que es inglés, las demás clases con la misma maestra. No tienen lo que es una educación adicional fuera del horario de clases y le dan tareas y le dan exámenes para ver cuán han progresado en lo que es su estudio. Yes, tienen lo que es almuerzo, nada más, no tienen alguna meriendita solamente hasta el grado tercero y es por la mañana.
Do you have buses at your school?
Sorry.
Do you have buses, camiones?
Sí, pero mis hijos no iban en camión a la escuela debido a que nosotros vivíamos cerca de la escuela.
Okay.
Lo buscaban y los recogían. No, no necesariamente. Hay niños que terminan con 18 años el grado escolar, pero hay niños que pueden terminar con 17. Mi caso es que yo terminé la high school en 17 años.
17, ok. Okay. Number 4. Something you wish we knew about your child.
Pues que mi hijo es muy alegre, muy amoroso, carismático y tiene mucha inteligencia y capacidad para hacer las cosas que le dicen que hagan tanto en la escuela como lo que yo le pongo a hacer en casa.
Popo mire puaga mire que duro toto le tra asidu sito kasi menyaro kusulo dale ka athole tale thole takuba kuti tapitama apotothoma
She's this I guess not judging a book by its cover. I mean, it's an old saying, but just because someone may have a foreign name does not mean that they do not know how to speak English or they just moved here. You'd be surprised what you learn about people just from, just definitely do not judge by the cover.
Get to know your child.
Yeah,
right?
get to know. Have an open mind because there's all kinds of cultures out there. It's not just, I'm always open to experiencing different things.
Right. Okay. Number 4. Something you wish your child's teacher knew. What would you want your teacher to know about your child?
Ok, de mi niña es bien introvertida, le gusta mucho lo que es la música, le gusta bailar, le gusta el ejercicio. De mi niño, él es más serio, aunque no por eso es que es más callado, él no es como más jovial, la nena es como más, le gusta más jugar, le gusta estar más, él es más tranquilo, aunque es más enfocado en las cosas de las clases, él como que aprende con más facilidad que lo que es la niña ahora quizás por lo que es el cambio del idioma, se le ha hecho un poquito más difícil lo que es aprender, que en ese caso pues es un poquito más difícil para ella lo que es los estudios. Y el nene pues cuando se acopla pues se puede dejar llevar más, aunque un poquito más serio, lo vas a ver que no son dos personas diferentes.
Well, back home when we're being dropped at the school, they just drop us and then we just go to our class. We don't have teachers waiting by the gate or waiting for us so they can greet us. We get greeted by the teachers in the classroom. And that's what I like. I like out there are police car outside the school. It makes me like feel safe for my kids, knowing that they'll be safe all day. I watch too much crime movies, so
Okay.
I'm always wondering what they'll be doing at school, and I trust all the teachers. I like how they communicate with us. They make sure we get to know what our kids are doing. It's like it's nice knowing that your kid teachers are close to your kids and kind of like they're second mom while you're at home and they're at school. So I like that.
En la escuela pública he tenido una gran experiencia porque los maestros de allí nos ayudan bastante a los alumnos y nos dan materiales para que nosotros trabajemos y se nos haga más fácil lo que estamos cursando, o para cuando tenemos que realizar exámenes, también ellos nos apoyan bastante. La escuela de aquí también aporta mucho para nosotros como padres y poder ayudar en casa a que nuestros hijos sobresalgan en su escuela.
Okay.
Porque pene le jone peta khu do bisibu wa kesaywa ablu photo ala do phone tu la da le jod player puni le pwe khele la tara mu mege tara khwa mege hi tho ataku ba ku te le pwe la ma jewe de amali ba mege de ba mege tara mu ma jo tara mu du ne jo khele la ma de te Paginya to we wani interprete ni o pata khu do bisibu wa kesaywa ablu photo ma le popo mi anami lo mege anami ke mege le tara mu paginya to we wani o ma mi to po ge de myo ge ne pitinya ba takso khele la le po chu po akla ni.
Well, I actually, being born and raised in the U.S., I went to public schooling the whole time. In the beginning, I actually, up to second grade, took ESL. I had to take ESL classes because the oldest of three, and my parents had just migrated a few years before I was born, so English was not their strong language. So I had to take the ESL classes because I was getting confused with the terminology, English versus Gujarati. And then I phased out of it fairly quickly. And then as far as I always had a positive experience. I actually encourage public school systems. I understand private if you're trying to go towards a certain, or if you have a certain mindset of how you want your child's education be, or if it's more magnet based or whatnot. I understand that. Or even if there's a situation of safety, then but you would have to look at safety at it could happen at a private place too, or a public private. You never know these days.
Right. Do you mind sharing your story about how your family came to Clarksville, or how you came to the United States? How your family came to the United States, or
Yeah. My parents moved here from India, mid-70s, and I was born a few years later. I was born in California. My parents, when they first moved here, my dad actually went to college in India for a little bit, and he probably would have finished there, but then the file to be able to migrate here he received his visa to come here.
Do you know
So-
why he came here?
Just opportunity, and it was through my mom's brother, her oldest brother. He sponsored them, or he put the file for them, and it came out, so they moved out here. Just more opportunity, I believe. A lot of people usually migrate to be able to have that opportunity for themselves or their family, you know. So they came here. They managed a motel. A lot of people in our community are known to have motels.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why I think it's because they were able to stay there as a family, help run the business, and if they're already paying rent somewhere, might as well pay at your business.
That's true. That's true.
And then I think it was at that time the English speaking skills weren't as a strong point needed to be able to rent a room, long as you know how to clean a room and
Right.
communicate that information over. Now it's, I think, more difficult for someone if they're starting out in this business to do that. And then my dad, actually, when he first got here, he, besides managing the motel, his first job, he would ride a bicycle to the movie theater. He was an usher at a movie theater, and he worked at a Mexican restaurant too. So, he picked up a lot of great cooking skills. And even in India, when he went to college, his parents wouldn't pay for him to go to college, so he lived in another town, what was considered the next biggest town where the college was, and he cut diamonds. He polished diamonds to pay for him to be able to go to college.
Wow.
So that was his first job in India, and then he came here. So,
Interesting.
and to this day, like now, when I speak to my dad, it's funny because we speak in English mostly. And then, so he's acclimated pretty well. My mom's more, she didn't acclimate as well. She'll speak in Gujarati first and then English, and which I'm vice versa when I'm teaching my son. I teach him English first and then I'll teach him in Gujarati.
Interesting.
So, and then after I got married, lived in Dallas. I was there about 10 years, moved to Arkansas. It'll be 10 years ago in August. We followed the motel route as well. My husband went in to get a motel, so we had a property in Fayetteville, and intentions were that once his parents come to the U.S. too, they would live with us and we'd raise our family together. My father-in-law wasn't too keen on it. He just didn't like, I mean, you walk outside, there's not people that know the same language as you. So I think that communication was a big issue for him. Everywhere you go, you need to be able to drive somewhere. And in India, usually you can find a rickshaw, or what rickshaw is similar to a taxi, or you can just hop on a motorcycle and drive there.
You can walk most places too.
And
right?
a lot of people walk there, but I think he was in his late 50s when he came here, and he just didn't like it, so he chose to go back, and he turned in his green card. He's allowed to visit. He received it 10-year visa, and then my mother-in-law did something similar because he has health reasons. She didn't want to stay here and him there.
Right.
So, but then we got out of the property in Fayetteville, and then we bought a motel here. It was a close property when we bought it, and
You're here.
we're here.
Thank you.
En esta escuela me gusta mucho lo que es la educación, ya que se enfocan a ayudar a los niños que tienen problemas en algunas áreas específicamente, o lo que es el lenguaje, o lo que son algunas materias que se le hacen difíciles, y dan unas clases adicionales fuera del horario escolar para poder mejorar esos puntos que los niños no le hacen falta más, pues ver, chequear, y me gusta también el trato de los maestros con ellos. O sea, que son más sutiles, buscan la manera en que ellos se sientan más cómodos y pues en que puedan acoplarse a lo que es lo diferente, porque Ellos están acostumbrados a un estilo de vida diferente a lo que es acá, incluyendo lo que es el clima, incluyendo lo que es pues las amistades que cambiaron y pues los hace sentir más como en casa.
Okay.
I don't know. You guys been doing great.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. All my nieces and nephews that have been coming here. They like the school. They like how their English are getting better. We all come from the Marshall Islands, and English is our second language, so it's kind of hard. But for them, they're having fun, and I think they get to learn more. Like they get to know more than us parents while we're back home. So I think they're lucky.
Cuando mi hijo entró aquí a cursar a la escuela, él no sabía nada de inglés y pues a mi punto de vista lo que hacen para que ellos aprendan el inglés como segundo idioma, yo lo veo bien. A los maestros les quisiera hacer un comentario sobre que ellos trataran de tenerle más paciencia a los niños, como por lo mismo que es su segundo idioma el inglés y muchas veces nosotros como padres solo en casa les hablamos español, que les tuvieran paciencia y les trataran de explicar con más suavidad cuando les dejan sus tareas para que ellos las entiendan mejor y las realicen de una manera que a ellos les agrade.
Ok, ¿qué mejoraría? Quizás el poder, ahora mismo yo no estoy viviendo en Clarkville, estoy viviendo en Ozark. Y quizás alguna manera de alguna transportación para niños que están lejos del área de la escuela. Tener quizás un poquito más de cabida para lo que es el after school, para que puedan haber más niños cogiendo tutorías. Y quizás que el padre pueda de vez en cuando convivir en el salón para ver cómo es los estudios y cómo la maestra da sus clases y poder ayudar a los niños en la casa.
My mom came first. I was back home. She asked if I can bring my boys so they can come and better the education here. So it was also my dream back when I was a kid, but I never got.
Yeah.
So I am glad I got my boys over here.
Okay. Number 7. Tell me how your family came to Clarksville. What is your story?
Pues nosotros, mi familia, decidimos venir aquí a Clarksville porque mi papá ya tenía muchos años acá y trataba de hacernos venir aquí, nos sacó nuestra residencia para estar más tiempo juntos y debido a que en México ahorita hay mucha inseguridad y hay pocas fuentes de trabajo, también por esa razón decidimos venir aquí para mis papás, para que nosotros tuviéramos un futuro mejor y ahora que ya tenemos familia, pues para que nuestros hijos tengan un futuro mejor que el de nosotros.
ota lujo le pue do possible ba taramu ko gadela le popo de pani to la tele wa talakiba.
Pues mi historia comienza desde que vino a azotar un huracán a mi isla, porque antes de eso, entre bajas y altas, pues uno convivía y se le hacía difícil. Debido al huracán hubo escasez de comida, hubo escasez de agua, no hubo luz, incluso la luz en mi hogar vino a llegar como para enero de este año, desde que pasó lo del huracán. Al arrasar con los montes y pues con lo que es la comida, los animales que vivían en el monte pues entonces estaban yendo a lo que eran las casas, incluyendo ratones, animales que afectaban la salud. Y los estudios, las clases de los nenes se vieron terminadas porque debido a eso no pudieron abrir las escuelas se estaban usando como refugio. Muchas escuelas ya no estaban capacitadas para recibir niños debido a que el mismo huracán dañó varias de las estructuras. Dado a eso, pues tuvimos que mudarnos a Clarkville. Pues la situación ya pues de salud y para los niños no era la adecuada. Sin contar que el trabajo, hubo escasez de trabajo debido a que no había manera de llegar a los trabajos. Las carreteras se rompieron, habían tendidos eléctricos, muchas de los terrenos se dieron. O sea que la forma de llegar a los trabajos o a algunos sitios pues era difícil. Mi prima vive en Clarkville y ella fue la que nos dijo pues que viniéramos acá porque hay diferentes sitios, pero estábamos buscando algo tranquilo, algo en que los nenes se sintieran cómodos. Y pues llegamos a Clarkville. Estuvimos viviendo un tiempito en casa de mi prima y luego pues yo transferí mi trabajo, que es el mismo que en Puerto Rico, que es acá, y él consiguió trabajo y decidimos entonces buscar una casa para rentar.
Yo no que sada yene yo le kobione bale khoplo wara tini demio tana demio ba khi tu ta chu tu ta yo ba khi tu mi ki mina ba khi o de le ku de le yo no que sada ye da ga wa ne je ba kwa che me da ni phan na ya phi yi ti nya ro ya sa ni pa ma o che wa da to no da ga pa ma che wa da to no da ga lo pi wo kho pho ni o da se ga yi phi da ga da me ti thi da yi ba khi pu a lu pa bu ba tu ta chu tu ta yo o de le ku de le ba khi mu ha plo na tu klu de ba le kho plo to tu le pu yo dwe u wi to wa dwe u wi bu pho o de le ku de le bla de ba khi ro to de he tu le du kha de ne
Okay.
Como padre de familia, para mí es preocupante lo que se está viviendo ahorita aquí en este país, sobre todo ahora que está el nuevo presidente. Como padre, para mí es preocupante lo que se está viviendo en este país, sobre todo las guerras que hay ahorita, lo que hay de migración, que se están llevando a muchos papás, dejan a los niños aquí sin ellos y es mucho, se trauman los niños por estar sin sus padres. Y ay no, ya. Y que el gobierno nos debe dar más oportunidad. Yo soy mexicana, pero pues a todos los latinos en general nos hacen como a un lado. Y deben darnos la oportunidad a todos los estudiantes, a los que tienen el programa DACA, porque ellos pueden ser un gran futuro para este país. Cuando estuvo saliendo en las noticias de que los niños se quedaban sin sus padres, incluso mi hijo a mí pronto me abrazaba y me decía: mami, tú tienes papeles, y solo me reí. Él no quería quedarse sin su mamá. Y también me imagino que todos los padres han de extrañar a sus hijos cuando los mandan para México o a cualquier otro país. Y los niños sufren al estar sin sus padres, y no debería de ser así. Este país, al igual que otros países, debe dar la oportunidad de que los latinos vengan a hacer crecer el país y a hacer un mejor futuro para sus hijos. Y el gobierno debe de parar sus redadas para no desunir familias.
Hele yo le keulana polo keune behe du kamerikane asuni siblu agasa yorama kesa yo sewa to behe du le America le puelama.
Definitely feel a lot more tension. If it's not among me, I notice it just in general in public places, or someone maybe sometimes making comments, either in the sense of, oh, if I do this, this might happen, you know. I definitely think twice sometimes when I, like what I would do normally, like I would think twice about doing it, just because I don't know if someone would take offense to it. And it's not just me saying it or doing something, and I try not to overthink if someone says something to me too, because they might have just said it without being intentional. But I think I hate that it's going back retro. We all came here everybody was here to be able to get something positive out of life. And it should be encouraged, not discouraged.
Ok. La situación actual en mi país no está muy fácil, que digamos. Todavía sigue habiendo lo que es escasez de trabajo. Sigue habiendo problemas en las escuelas, están cerrando muchas escuelas. Sin contar que están subiendo los taxes, y debido a que nuestra situación es que nuestro Puerto Rico está en estado de quiebra. Al estar en estado de quiebra, Donald Trump decidió mandar una junta fiscal donde tienen que ellos tratar de reponer el dinero que le debe a Estados Unidos, porque aunque nosotros somos parte de Estados Unidos, no somos Estado. Pues al no ser Estado, pues no tenemos los beneficios que quizás tendría un Estado, como quizás una ayuda adicional para extender lo que es la deuda que tenemos con ellos. Tenemos muchas ayudas de Estados Unidos, como lo que es el seguro social, pero el seguro social no los quitan del mismo sueldo que nosotros lo estamos aportando. Tenemos lo que es los cupones, y que los cupones son lo que ustedes le dicen las estampillas. Que es ayuda económica para los que no pueden trabajar de alguna manera. Pero nos están quitando muchas ayudas. Antes nosotros teníamos lo que era si uno tiene unos ciertos días por enfermedad para el trabajo,